Well, hey, how are you? So, what decision are you hesitating over today? Think about it for a minute. What is the thing that you're holding back on right now? What is that move that you haven't found the courage to go forward on? Not the best English right there, but excuse moi. Um, we all face procrastination. We all face sometimes this hesitancy and this non-ability to move forward, especially when we're facing fear. And procrastination is usually rooted in fear of the unknown, of failing, of not meeting people's expectations, all of those pain points. What is making you stop in your tracks, and why? Why are you stopping in your tracks? Once you understand what's making you stop, you can solve it, and you can take little bites of the solutions for moving forward. And that's basically getting the knowledge you need to work in this field. Now, I'm going to be putting out a video, which I tried to do a little bit ago, and unfortunately, the system went down. So I was able to record it, but it will go out tonight via email to everybody that's on my email list. So if you're watching this and you're not on the email list, be sure to go to my website, paralegalcoffeetalk.com, and I'll tell you what the title of the video is, by the way. The 4 hot areas of law for paralegals. And this is especially for new paralegals, but it could be veteran paralegals too, for 2020 through 2021. So you need to watch that video, but you need to be on the mailing list to get it first, okay? So go over to the website, paralegalcoffeetalk.com. Sign up for one of the complimentary items. If you already did, you're on the mailing list. But the complimentary items are 19 alternative paralegal careers list. You'll see that at the top of the website. Or look off to the right at the top of the website, and you'll see a free chapter of my book, Legal Break-In. Sign up for either one of those, and you'll be on the mailing list, okay? So let me read you a passage, and then I'm going to give you a point to think about. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. That's from Joshua 1:9. And then the point to think about is decisiveness contributes to your mental and emotional well-being by creating feelings of happiness and peace. The more you procrastinate, the worse you will feel. So what's the challenge? The challenge is, rather than worrying about feeling like you're never going to amount to what the career you're looking at, the paralegal career, you're never going to reach it, or that you can't afford to go to school or go through a certificate program, you have no money right now. I'm telling you, this doesn't play into your decision. If you have a high school diploma and office experience, you can get in this career. All right, so let's take those barriers out, because I firmly believe in inclusion, not exclusion, by saying only those who go to school or have a certificate can enter this field. That's not the truth. That's not the truth. So take those barriers that you have heard about and remove them. Now what's stopping you? What's stopping you is that you may not know what area of law you want to go into. Well, I want you to see that video that I just did. That will be, a link will be placed in the email that's going out late tonight so that you can access it, okay? It won't be opened up to the general public that are watching until later. So I want my email participants, my email list, to get it first. So get on that list. These will be the hot areas, in my humble opinion, for the next 18 to 20 months at least. So yes, there will be other areas, but I believe these will be at the top. And again, that's my humble opinion. So what decision are you hesitating over? Is there somebody that you're trying to please when this really has to do with you and you building a career? So in your current situation, what would be that bold and courageous decision that you need to make? I always talk about using a notebook right here. And when you go through my videos here, write down the topic, maybe the title of the video, and the high points that you're picking up, whatever nuggets they are. You'll especially want to do that if you get on the mailing list and then get that video tonight. You'll want to take down that information. It's not a super long video, but I go over 4 areas of law and then a 5th one, kind of, I think it's kind of going to be hot, but the other 4, I believe, are at the top. When you are going through the process of learning about areas of law, don't box yourself into one specific area because you went through something and you had to enlist the help of an attorney. And so now you want to help people. I hear that over and over again. Whether it's in family law, you've been through a divorce, or you've been through bankruptcy, or you've been through whatever it is. And you want to help people now. But understand that as a paralegal or a legal secretary, that we are not allowed to give advice. We are not licensed to give advice. Only attorneys are. So if that is some deep passion within you, then you've got to look at law school. If that is something that is out of your reach, that is not something you're interested in, but you want to help people. The thing is, if you're thinking about, I'm going to help them because I'm going to tell them what I went through and what you need to do. No, only the attorney tells them what to do. You will perform the task to work through the documentation and all the info that the client gives you and dissect that information. But you are not to give them advice. So remember that when you're looking at the paralegal field, understand what it is and what it is not. Be truthful with yourself as to what you're really trying to do. Okay? So make that decision to go into the paralegal field based on fact and not people's opinions. I've had people say that they are being told by people they shouldn't go into that field. This field's going to be around, this paralegal field, for a long time. Attorneys cannot do this work, most of them, without our assistance. I've had attorneys say, I don't know what I'd do if my paralegal left me because she knows more about the cases than I do. That's the truth, because we're in them all the time. We're looking at every piece of information that comes through. Where the attorneys are working on other areas involving the case, we're looking at all the details and hopefully as a team with the attorney to do the best possible job for the client. What you have to do before you ever think about going into this field is be very open-minded about the areas of law that you are going to go into. There have to be jobs open for those areas, number one. They don't just appear because you're ready. There are jobs open and there are jobs that are scarce in this field because, if you want to work in entertainment, well, you have to be in LA, New York, or Las Vegas, pretty much. So you have to be realistic about the areas that you're interested in and don't make that singular. Open your mind up to looking at different areas and be a wonderful detective and go investigate those areas. Buy books that are related to what a paralegal does. When my course opens up again, join us in that course and take it, because you learn so much in 50 videos and the training in the private group and all the questions you can ask a 30-year veteran paralegal. It's worth it to do that. So join us the next time the course opens, which is very shortly, by the way. But I don't want you to hesitate for the wrong reasons. Don't procrastinate. Just do something every day to move you forward, and you'll get there. But you have to gain that knowledge before you start sending resumes and cover letters out. You can't just blanket attorneys in your area. They won't respond. Very few will respond to that. But you have to be able to help them, and you have to know the practical side and how to help them, which is what I teach. Now watch a lot of videos here and take notes in a notebook. Write it down. Make that each page where you start writing notes a topic. What is that video covering? Watch the videos I did on different areas of law to get a little insight into what paralegals do in those areas. Research on Google. And number, maybe 10 in my advice today is, don't expect to make what Google says is the average salary for a paralegal until much later down the road when you are very experienced. And can you break into this field without experience? Yes, you can, but you still have to know what you're doing, because you have to relay that information to the attorney. They just don't get a resume and cover letter and believe it, and believe that you can do something, unless you explain yourself. So understand that you bite off one piece at a time of areas of law you're interested in. Use Google to research. Use this channel here to gain more information. Binge watch. Take the time to dissect this information. Even if you just watch 2 to 3 videos a day, do that for yourself. Hey there. Oh, you'll have to see in the video that I just did. If you missed the first part of this video, watch it again, because I give you some information there about a video I did that's private to my email list. So get on the email list, but watch this video again and it will help you get on that email list, okay? So what does it take to be a good paralegal? One who is a detective and is the expert in dissecting a lot of information. It's almost like as if you're a journalist and you're trying to take information somebody's giving you and weaving a story out of it. Got it? But you're learning the mechanics of being a paralegal, the software we use. You have to be a bona fide, not expert, but very, very well versed with Microsoft Word. Yeah, maybe beginning Excel. Watch some of my other videos. Watch the video I just did the other day on paralegal reference materials. Okay, and ask questions in the comments below. Thank you for that question about whether real estate is one of those areas. But that's what I'm going to talk about 4 hot areas that are going to be hot for the next 20 months or so, that I believe. And make sure you're on the email list for that, okay? All right, so I'm going to sign off for today. Keep going towards this career. You're being pulled to it for a reason. God says there's a plan, and I have a plan and a path for you, for your life. And if you feel pulled to this career, that this is something you really want to do, learn as much as you can about the career itself through my videos here. Come join us on Facebook, Paralegal Coffee Talk. And that's also the name of my website, paralegalcoffeetalk.com. And join us in all of those places. And you'll see, you'll also see Paralegal Tips is a blog post posts that I did, and that will be good for you to see as well. But sometimes I post things on Facebook you might not see over here. So go to Paralegal Coffee Talk over there and get all the information you can in order to make the best decision for you, and then you investigate areas of law. Okay? All right, so any questions or comments, post them below and I will get back to you. But be sure to get on the email list, as I said in the beginning of the video, so that you don't miss out on that video regarding the 4 hot areas for the next 20 months or so. All right, take care, and I'll talk to you in the next live. Bye.